Into the new year we go as Oswego State looks to build off a shorthanded, spectacular win against the 21st best team in the country just last week. And St. Lawrence, they make the trip down south on a 3-game win streak of their own, making for some fiery basketball between these two Northeast powerhouses. It's the Lakers and the Saints right here on WTOP 10. Michael Gross alongside Thomas Bubba Turgeon. Thank you all for joining us. And Thomas, let's dive right in. The Lakers, they are no longer all talk. With a win against number 21, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute and St. John Fisher. Just one loss on the season to Nazareth. They're on a 6-game win streak riding into this one. They are riding that hot hand. Most definitely riding the hot hand. The Engineers absolutely getting really stumped by that Lakers squad. A 13-point win on December 29th, and then going into St. John Fisher, another 13-point win over them in their own home tournament. So really, if you're Oswego, you're getting national votes, and you're really pushing towards the top 25 ranking. Well, on the St. Lawrence side of things, they're on a 3-game win streak thanks to their two-headed monster in the front court in Will Englehart and Trent Adamson. Most definitely. Will Englehart averaging 31 points a game. For St. Lawrence, that's pretty good considering when you're averaging only 67.3 points per game. 9th ranked in the Liberty League, so almost half your points coming from that big man in Englehart. And Adamson, the same way, 28 points per game. So really, as you mentioned, the two-headed monster really carrying this Saints squad going into today. The last time these two teams matched up was December the 2nd in 2019, when the Lakers got edged out by the St. Lawrence University Saints just 83-82. And that one was the final in overtime. Jeremiah Sparks, the leading scorer for the Lakers, 27 points and 10 rebounds. He also missed the game-winning floater in overtime. On the other side of things, Trent Adamson, 21 points, 13 rebounds. He shot 10 for 12 from the field in that game, an impressive performance. Most definitely an impressive performance, but one of the two guys you mentioned, Jeremiah Sparks, is going to be critical for Oswego today. He's been on a hot streak, averaging 29.2 points per game. One of the backbones to this Oswego offense this season. Well, the tip is up, and St. Lawrence controls, moving right to left in the brown. Adamson inside, bodying up on Molson, and gets it to go. First bucket of the game in favor of the Saints. St. Lawrence coming into this one 7-1, 2-1 in the Liberty League Conference. For the Lakers, they're 9-1, 4-0 in the SUNYAC. Best team in the SUNYAC as well. They're moving left to right in the white jerseys. Caleb Cook, top of the key. Back and forth with Crittenden. Now Cook driving baseline, kicks out, 4 to shoot. Back to the corner, Cook a 3. It's good as he gestures over to the bench with a glance. Here's Soroka. Gives it up to Miles Davis. Adamson looking for the off-ball movement. Finds Davis top of the key. Englehart, a 3. No response, but Adamson on the offensive rebound. Only averages, well, he averages 7-8 rebounds a game, so we'll see him do that a lot on the offensive glass. Soroka driving baseline. The kick out. Inside, the reverse layup is good for Aiden Mccauley, the 6'4" first year out of Lowville, New York. Green. Now over to Cook. Lakers finally facing a zone which they haven't faced much this year. Molson inside, too strong on the first effort, and Adamson comes up with the rebound. Brendan Molson, one of those guys right down low, the cleanup guy in a way, trying to get a lot of points for Oswego down low. It's stripped away. Here comes Crittenden. He's got options, and the foul up by the three-point line on Miles Davis. That's his first. Julian Crittenden coming into this game, averaging 13 or so points for the Lakers, the leading scorer on this team in his senior year. Cook out to Sparks as he finds some breathing room up top. Just 2 minutes gone by. St. Lawrence with a slim 4-3 lead. Crittenden, a ball fake. Kick to the corner. Cook. He's got space. Oh, makes Mccauley fall. And a highlight early on from Caleb Cook.
And a great fake there by Cook. Gets Mccauley really biting that fake and cashes in for the easy 2.
Soroka, top of the key, Englehart. Moves it inside for Adamson, a ball fake, and he gets stripped by Crittenden. Yet it goes out of bounds. It'll remain St. Lawrence ball, 13 left on the shot clock.
And Crittenden really keeping that two-way mindset, really going toe-to-toe with Adamson, one of the better players on the St. Lawrence team.
The lob pass up to the midcourt line for Davis. Now here's Mccauley. Adamson with 6 to shoot on the left elbow, guarded by Cook. 3 to shoot. Kick to the corner, and they'll say it's Laker ball, a turnover. Aiden Mccauley pleading his case down low, but Adamson turns the ball over. That's his 23rd turnover of the season. Green. Inside to Sparks. He'll play in the center, and he gives it away to Soroka. Fast break. Moving to his left, and the reverse no good. Lakers have numbers. The odd man rush. Cook. It's good.
And really a great two-way style there by Cook. He stops at one end after an error by Sparks, carrying it on his own the other way and tucking it in on the layup.
Caleb Cook with the first 7 points for Oswego. Soroka driving inside, finally gets a foul called. He was looking for it on the last possession, and it's going to go on Devin Green. Trey Soroka, a D1 transfer from Niagara University, averaging 11 points a game this season. First free throw is good. Andy Downs checks in along with Andrew Cowan. Out comes Miles Davis and Aiden Mccauley. Second free throw for Soroka is in and out, no good. Sparks on the rebound. Crossing the timeline to Green, a ball fake. He makes Downs slip, and the 3 is no good. Kick out, Cook corrals it. Green, the spin. Kick out to Cook. Can he do it again? No good. And Molson on the offensive rebound. Crittenden will try a 3. No good. And Cook tries to keep it in. It falls to the hands of Downs. The outlet pass off of Molson as he tried to intercept Englehart, and it'll be St. Lawrence ball.
And really for Oswego, you're looking on that just offensive possession. They have 646 attempts from the field. That's a lot of shooting, and you just saw that on that last play.
Adamson, here's Cowan, top of the key. Englehart coming off the ball, the off-ball screen. Adamson working inside. Downs with 8 to shoot. A 3. Oh, kiss it off the window. That 3 ball is good. 4.5 gone by, an 8-7 lead for the Saints. Green, the floater is good. Soroka brings it up the floor, guarded by Green. Downs, top of the key. Cutting baseline, now Englehart. Rips through on his left. The jumper from 20 feet, no good. Green on the rebound. Outlet pass to Crittenden. Here come the Lakers. He gets fouled hard on the layup attempt by Andy Downs, and Crittenden will go to the line and shoot 2.
And you could really see some of the frustration there from Englehart, trying to set up a play, but really a lack of communication between him and his teammates. So tried to take it on his own, and a shot that just really goes off rim, and a nice rebound by Oswego to draw the foul.
First free throw is good from Julian Crittenden, as Jamal Mccauley will check in for Brendan Molson, give the big man a rest. Crittenden shooting just over 75% from the free throw line this year as he makes those two. Lakers lead it 11-8. 5 minutes gone by in this first half. A non-conference matchup, Liberty League against the SUNYAC. And an offensive foul, an illegal ball screen, I guess. That's on Englehart. And it'll go the other way. Another turnover there from St. Lawrence.
And this is really costly turnovers that are coming in the rest of it for St. Lawrence. You're creating those costly turnovers that are making it real easy for Oswego to come back the other way and generate some offensive opportunities.
Green looking for Sparks, but can't find him yet. They'll swap with 13 to shoot. Crittenden. Green to the corner for Cook, driving baseline, goes up, off the glass. I mean, unconscious.
And he lost the shoe.
Caleb Cook with 9 of the Lakers' first 13 points. As he loses a shoe, a little bit of a flat tire. That means he must have went up without a shoe and still got it to fall.
Real team player, if I do say so myself.
Julian Crittenden will check out, and Christian Simmons, the transfer. He's a bit of a journeyman, Christian Simmons. This will be his first time he suits up in the white Laker uniform. He did play this weekend, or this past weekend. He started off at Corning Community, then attended Mohawk Community College, and went to Mansfield University, attended Walsh University, and now is in a Laker uniform. So he's been a journeyman as there's a push away from the ball. Jeremiah Sparks called on the foul. Adamson and Soroka will check out. Into the game is Luke Hicks and Gavin Mccauley, one of the two Mccauley twins from Lowville, New York. Englehart driving on the left side. He'll kick out to Gavin Mccauley. Good ball movement around the perimeter. The 3 attempt from Downs, no good, and Sparks on the rebound. This Lakers offense hasn't really seen a zone very often this year, but they're responding well early on.
Most definitely. Already tallying 13 points, but one end for St. Lawrence is they've struggled overall this season from the three-point line.
And Simmons doing a little bit of a shuffle down there in the paint. He'll be called for a travel and a turnover. Lakers on a 6-0 run, so the Saints going to try and end a drought here in the last 2.5 minutes. Englehart, top of the key. Face guarded by Sparks. The screen and switch for Downs. 8 to shoot. The entry pass to Cowan. Englehart guarded by Mccauley. Downs wide open, left wing 3. No good, and Green on the rebound. Downs falls down. Now a 5-on-4. Kick out to Sparks, driving into the paint. The body bump and the finish on the left side. And head coach Chris Downs wants a timeout for the St. Lawrence Saints.
And an excellent drive there by Sparks, using that really big frame of his to drive towards the hoop and find Twine. And Oswego with another critical 2 points to bump up that lead up to 7. As you mentioned, they're on a run now, and rightfully so. St. Lawrence calls a timeout. They don't want to get this game getting out of hand early.
An 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Lakers have made 3 of their last 4 buckets. And really, it's been Caleb Cook. He's got 9 points. They're 15. 4 for 5 from the field already. 1 for 2 from behind the arc. I mean, he's a guy that can get hot. When he gets hot, you know, you feed the ball to him. The offense goes through Caleb Cook.
Most definitely. And Caleb Cook, one of the guys to look out for. Obviously, Crittenden as well as a team player to look out for Oswego, as well as Sparks. It seems like we talk about those two, the main points. But Caleb Cook providing more of that secondary option where even if you have that man-to-man coverage on Crittenden and he's not able to generate, you're able to look at some other guys potentially.
Englehart will inbound. Finds Gavin Mccauley. Hicks gonna have to break the press. Got 5 seconds to do so. It's taken away by Green. Laid up, no good. Simmons on the offensive rebound, and he's fouled down low. So maybe the bucket didn't go originally, but Luke Hicks called for the foul, and Christian Simmons will go to the line. That's the 4th team foul. About 7 minutes into this contest. First free throw good for Simmons. The second is good. Lakers up 17-8, a 10-0 run. 12:48 remaining in the first half. Inbound to Hicks, and they'll call Simmons on the foul. Engelhardt on the inbound. Got to get it over half court this time. They do so. Davis a ball fake. Kick out to Hicks. Engelhardt directing traffic. Now inside to Cowan. On ball screen, the kick out to Mccauley. Inside Cowan, going to work on Simmons. The righty hook is good. Pretty move by Andrew Cowan. Doesn't average many points a game, just 1.1 to be exact. But when he's in the paint, his 6'10" frame can probably outplay anybody down low.
Well, I'd hope so, considering a D3 college student, 6'10", that's a lot of body to move and easily to really evade some of those long arms from Oswego.
Mccauley coughs it up. Now Hicks does recover it after he falls. And they'll call him on a kickball, I believe. I mean, he just looked like he started stumbling when he got near the three-point line. Adamson will check back in for Cowan, and Soroka will come back in for Gavin Mccauley. Jamal Achille will check out, and Sweet Lou Fidulo will check into the ball game. Outside Green. For Sparks, Green will try a three. Back iron, no good, and Soroka, first one to that miss. Inside, and it's tipped away. Green comes up with it, gives it to Simmons. Could it have been a clear path foul, and it will be on Trey Soroka. So Devin Green will go to the line. That's a clear path foul. It counts as a technical. And that's just frustration boiling over early on.
Frustration, and really, you say clear path foul, more as clear as day foul. You can see it all the way from up here.
First one good for Devin Green. He's also a transfer on this team from Genesee Community College. Originated out of Rochester and Bishop Kearney. He's been a vital part to this team as Crittenden checks back in for Green. Green has been a vital part to this team. He gets it going on offense really quickly. He can push the tempo. He's got explosive bounce. He can do it on the defensive end, puts his body on the line. That's a guy that Coach Jason Leone wants in the game as much as possible.
Most definitely, and averaging almost 50% from three-point line and almost 100% from the free throw line. So very exquisite on really all sides of the offensive front.
I think the floor's a bit slippery today. A lot of trips, a lot of travels.
A lot of slides, rather.
Yeah. I didn't think we were in Zumba class. Not a lot of dancing going on, not a lot of basketball. 9 minutes gone by, Lakers with a 19-10 lead over the Saints. Kick out to Hicks. Jab to his right now. Davis on the right wing. Looking for help. Adamson posting up on Fidulo, 10 to shoot. A ball fake from Hicks. Kick out to Davis. The 20-footer, no good. Gets his own rebound. He'll go back up himself. And that's just smart basketball. Always follow your shot.
Always follow your shot. In really any sport, rather, you see a nice shot there that goes off the rim, and he just drives right towards the hoop, recovers the rebound, and tucks it home.
Sparks out to Cook. Breaks the trap on the outside, and a pretty jumper off the window.
Pretty is right. Cook driving through really two defenders there as St. Lawrence tried to sandwich him, almost breaks through and tucks it in.
He's got 11 of the first 21 for the Lakers. Engelhardt, ball fake kick out to Davis. Looking for Adamson inside, only Cook to beat, and he does so with ease. Adamson's got 4. Saints down by 7 at the halfway mark of the first half. Sparks, a crossover, now kick out to Crittenden. Wants the on-ball screen from Simmons, elects to go to Crittenden anyway. He'll try a 3 with 8 to shoot. No good. Offensive rebound, potentially a tip drill, and Simmons on the rebound. The drop step and a travel. Coach Jason Leone kind of telling him, hey, calm down. You can take your time. You'll be okay.
Not to mention you're up 7 points.
Exactly. Aiden Mccauley and Trey Soroka will check into the game. Devin Green back in for Julian Crittenden. Mccauley out to Davis, inside to Adamson. All alone was Davis, now the good closeout. Mccauley out to Soroka, his 3. No good on the rainbow, and Adamson on the rebound. Coach Leone thought there was an over the back. The floater is good, and Coach Leone is livid with the referees right now.
Almost following the official straight down the sideline in frustration.
Brendan Molson getting ready to check in for the Lakers. Green a ball fake, kick inside to Simmons. Bodying his way in, Adamson asserting dominance down low. Now a timeout with 8:40 to go. Lakers lead it 21-16. Adamson has been the main factor for this St. Lawrence team, but his partner in crime hasn't really showed up yet, Will Engelhardt.
That's true, and Adamson leads the team in blocks going into the day with 17, so you saw that there, saying not today, not in my house, getting the ball out of play and really shutting away an offensive opportunity. But you look at the other end of things, St. Lawrence offense, at the beginning it seemed rather slow. Their ball movement was really sloppy, and their passing precision was really at a slower pace. Granted, they did play Elmira yesterday, went from Canton, played at home against Elmira, came down here today. But really, if you're going to beat this top-tier team like Oswego, you got to move the ball quicker and you got to execute your plays really to a perfection.
Well, we talked about Chris Downs, the head coach for St. Lawrence, just a few moments ago. It's his 25th year now as the head coach, has almost 350 wins. He is the father of Andy Downs, who also plays on this team. Andy was a 1,000-point scorer in high school. A little fun fact, he was the 7 News Watertown Savings Bank North Country Athlete of the Week in January 10th of 2020.
A little local connection there.
Little tidbit.
Watertown about an hour north of here, and then St. Lawrence about an hour north of Watertown. So, in a way, a little bit of North Country recognition.
I mean, you're up near St. Lawrence, aren't you?
About 45, 50 minutes, give or take.
Closer than we are from here. The inbound to Sparks. He goes up and he gets fouled on the shot. It's Trent Adamson. Sparks at the line to shoot a pair. Looked like he rushed the first one, so no good. Second one is good.
That one seemed a little bit more slower pace, a little bit more relaxed on that shot, where, as you mentioned, the first one a little quick.
Adamson. Mccauley coughs it up, but he gets it back. Now Davis, 11 to shoot. Kick out to Soroka, drive into the paint, good move. Way to protect the ball on his front half as he puts Sparks on his hip. Just a 4-point game, 8 minutes to go in the first half. Lakers lead it. Green inside now, Molson, he goes up, and Engelhardt called for the foul. That'll be his second, and that'll put the Lakers into the bonus.
And this is not a game you want to put the Lakers in the bonus. Really, put any team in the bonus. The Lakers ranked first in the SUNYAC in free throw percentage.
First one no good. Engelhardt will check out. Now both Mccauley's will be on the floor. Aiden wearing 23 and Gavin wearing 13. Second free throw was good for Molson as he gets himself on the scoreboard. Soroka directing traffic on the offensive end. Kick out to Gavin Mccauley. Now Soroka loses it, and Green comes up with it. Sparks on the fast break. Throws it down.
Sparks creating sparks there on the offensive takeaway. Slamming it home, Oswego back up to 7.
And Soroka, one too many hop steps in the paint. They'll call him for a traveling violation. And Andy Downs will check back in, so Soroka will take a seat. Got to take care of the ball, especially against this Lakers team. St. Lawrence averaging 13 turnovers a game this season. The Lakers, they score about 17 points off of turnovers. So they'll make you pay. Sparks, ball fake on the left side. Adamson didn't want to foul him, and Sparks missed anyway. Downs will slow down the pace. Here's Adamson. Making his move to the middle, and a blocking foul on Brendan Molson. He went down a bit sideways there. And if you go down sideways, you're always going to get called for the block.
Most definitely. It looked like Molson kind of tried to, not to be that guy, but flopping away. He looked a little bit more embellished. But
it'll happen from time to time. Davis out to Gavin Mccauley. The kick to his twin brother, Aiden. Now Gavin almost loses it. Looked like off his shoe. 5 to shoot. Aiden goes up with it, and Christian Simmons called for the foul, and Coach Leone not happy. He'll send Jamal Mccauley to the table to probably check in for Simmons. It's his second foul. And now St. Lawrence inching closer to that bonus. First one's good for Aiden Mccauley. And Mccauley will check in for Simmons. Bit of a slower first half for the Lakers. Normally they score in bunches in the first half, and then not as many in the second. Crittenden right side. Playing catch with Sparks. Now Green, good ball movement around the perimeter and inside, but it's a kick ball. And it'll be Laker ball. Back into the game is Andrew Cowan as Trent Adamson checks out. Green the inbound to Molson, and it's tipped off of Cowan. Just got to get the ball inbounds here.
That's right, most definitely. And you're seeing the St. Lawrence defense really coming alive, a little more aggressive on the points.
Looks like they play a high 2-3 zone. Inside to Mccauley. Look for Sparks. His three. Too strong. Mccauley on the rebound. A new shot clock for the Lakers. Sparks. The handoff to Green. Crittenden inside. Blocked by Cowan. They have a lot of rim protectors, St. Lawrence, and those shorter guards will have a tough time driving into the paint.
And as you mentioned, Cowan with that 6'10 frame, I believe you mentioned, he's second on the team in blocks.
Sparks sets up on a three and drills it. 28-19. Lakers lead it by 9. Sparks now has 8 points, 5.5 to go in the first. Kick to the corner on a skip pass, and Downs stepped out of bounds. Soroka will swap back with Andy Downs. Looks like that's their guard platoon. So anytime Soroka's on the floor, Downs is not. Anytime Downs is on the floor, Soroka is not. And we'll stop play for just a moment. Looks like Aiden Mccauley will have to come off. Say some blood on the arm, and there is. So he'll get tended to by Florence Hines, the trainer for St. Lawrence. Inside, kick out to Crittenden, a ball fake. Has options, finds Green, good kick. Misdirection, no good for Molson. Mccauley on the second effort, but it's blocked away by Cowan.
And another huge block by Cowan there. As mentioned, he's second on the team in blocks, so another great stop there. You're down by 9 already. You're trying to pad this lead for Oswego, and for St. Lawrence, you're trying to hold them as much as you can.
Inbound to Molson, Sparks all alone. No good, and Molson on the box out. Falls to the ground, and somehow St. Lawrence comes up with it. Mccauley in the paint, off the glass, no good. Back and forth we go. Sparks to Molson. Kick to the corner, a three for Crittenden. No good, and Sparks called for the loose ball foul as he pushed Soroka in the back. That's his second foul. Team sixth, so the next foul will bring St. Lawrence to the free throw line. Luke Hicks checks into the game for Gavin Mccauley. Here's Engelhardt. Kick to the corner for Hicks. Almost loses it on the response pass from Cowan. Engelhardt wanting an on-ball screen. Finds Cowan in the paint, 5 to shoot. Brings it low and gets tangled up with Molson. Crittenden comes up with it.
A little bit of a sandwich for the Oswego defense there.
Crittenden inside, kick out to Molson. Driving baseline is Sparks. He'll kick out to Green, good ball movement. Molson a three, it's good. Brendan Molson shoots about 30% from the outside, but when you give him that kind of space with great ball movement, you know it's gonna fall.
And that's a 6-3 of the season, and absolute cash there for Oswego, bumping their lead up to 12.
Engelhardt off the screen. Soroka, baseline, gets closed down by Green. Good ball fake. The 18-footer from Engelhardt is water. .320 to go, 31-21, Lakers lead it. Green a three. He is money from the outside.
Absolutely electric for Devin Green. Almost shooting 50% from the three-point line.
Into the corner goes Davis. Now Cowan. Engelhardt, the step back three is good. Engelhardt and Green trading a couple threes on either end.
Looks like Engelhardt's starting to heat up. That's 2 straight drives and 2 straight scores for him.
Molson The fadeaway, no good. Soroka on the rebound. Hicks inside, jump stop, and it's blocked there by Mccauley. Here comes Green. Has options, finds Crittenden, and a charge as Engelhardt stepped in front of Green. It was a nice dish, but Green, he was full force on the gas, couldn't hit the brakes in time.
Too much gas, not enough brakes, and really Crittenden had a wide open layup there, but really if you're Green, you got to peel away or try and get out of the way rather and avoid that foul.
Sparks will check out, and Simmons comes back into the game for the Lakers. Simmons hasn't been much of a factor early on. A couple turnovers. Adamson. Engelhardt off the screen. Guarded by Simmons. Skip pass to the corner for Davis, looking for Adamson, who had a beat on Crittenden in a mismatch. Soroka tries a three. No good. And here comes Mccauley. Looks to the corner, now back out to Crittenden. Good ball pressure from St. Lawrence. Minute and a half to go. Simmons inside, a ball fake, the push. Adamson on the rebound, and Simmons gets tangled up. Called for another foul. That's his third foul, and can you say foul trouble? It's the first half, and Simmons has 3 fouls.
And really trouble, more irritation for Simmons, as you can see him walk all the way back to head coach Jason Leone, express his frustration rather. And yeah, if you're Simmons, you already have 3 fouls. That's an issue, and we're not even at half yet.
Adamson will go to the line as they're in the bonus. Andy Downs will check in for Miles Davis, and Hunter Cole into the game for Christian Simmons, who I presume will take a seat for a decent while with 3 fouls. Adamson's first free throw on the 1-and-1 is good. Only shoots about 65% from the free throw line. So making 2, as he does there, is a rarity. Minute 20 to go, Lakers up by 8. Cole. Now Crittenden. Good jab step into the lane, Crittenden. (36-26), Crittenden now with 4 points. Soroka inside, the left hand. Bit of an ugly shot there. Cook has time, kicks it out to Green. Has options and a blocking foul as Downs goes down. And Green will go to the line and shoot a pair.
One of the things that Oswego really likes on their offense is their speed and transition. Shout out Jack Purdak, but from going from defense to offense, they're just so fast, and St. Lawrence is trying to backtrack and keep that back pressure on, but it's really being difficult for him this quarter.
1-and-1 for Green. First free throw is good. Looks like Luke Van Slyke will come into the game for Mccauley. And Marcus Shelton getting ready to check in for the shooter Devin Green on the make. And he does. So Green out of the ball game. He'll check out with 9 points. Shelton in. Luke Van Slyke in. Get some size for the final 52 seconds of the first half. 38-26 Laker lead. Adamson. Out to Soroka. Here's Downs. 12 to shoot. Adamson sets up on the right elbow. Drives inside. Too strong on the layup. Cook will slow it down. About a half a second difference between game and shot. Cook taking his time. Now Shelton. just playing some catch along the perimeter. Crittenden into the corner. Kick out to Shelton, right corner, the three. No good. And that'll do it for the first half of play. The Lakers lead the Saints 38-26 after the first half, and really they've been the more dominant team. They've played some more sound basketball, less turnovers, some sloppy mistakes on either end, but well, the Lakers have the lead.
The Lakers, they're a dominant team for a reason. They're up by 12 at half, and really you're looking at the one thing that I noticed I loved at the end was Cook turned around, looked at the clock as soon as the ball was inbound. The awareness on able to use your clock management skills to really just kill out the rest of the clock in that first half and go into half with a 12-point lead for Oswego State. So you're going into the second looking pretty optimistic going against the St. Lawrence team, who's also been coming in on a hot start as of late. And St. Lawrence definitely not a team to lay back on. They've been competitive, but they just really haven't been able to connect.
No, St. Lawrence shoots very well from the field. 42% on the season, 45% in this first half, out shooting the Lakers in that sense, but Lakers just putting up more points on the board. Both teams only one field goal in the last 3 minutes of the first half, but anyways, we'll send it to a break. When we come back, we'll have second half action for Thomas Bubba Turgeon. I'm Michael Gross. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Oswego State men's basketball right here on WTOP 10. Back here from Max Zeal Gymnasium, second half action, as the Oswego State Lakers lead the St. Lawrence University Saints 38-26. Michael Gross, Thomas, Bubba Turgeon, and Bubba, it was a bit of a weird first half in a sense that there was some sloppy play, but Lakers really had the edge going into the half.
Most definitely. The Lakers had the upper hand in that first half for a majority of the time, really. And at the beginning of the half, St. Lawrence was kind of going toe-to-toe with them. It was, as you mentioned, it was sloppy in the beginning. But, I mean, if you're St. Lawrence, you want that sloppy play, because if it's sloppy, then Oswego's not going to get many breaks, and St. Lawrence is going to try and capitalize on those opportunities that are given to them.
Well, Lakers will send out their 5. It'll be Crittenden, Sparks, Molson, Green, and Caleb Cook, who is the leading scorer in this game. On either end, Cook has 11 points. He's 5 for 6 from the field. He's 5 for 5 from, or excuse me, 4 for 4 inside, 1 for 2 from behind the arc. But Devin Green also on the floor. He's got 9 points, but he's plus 14. The Lakers are plus 14 when he's on the floor. Once again, Lakers wearing white, going right to left. St. Lawrence wearing brown, going left to right. Sparks goes back up with it on the offensive rebound. Will he get it again? No, he won't, and that one goes off of Davis. Some Butterfingers down low.
A little bit of Butterfingers, and you're looking at Sparks there. If it doesn't work one time, try and try again. They end up getting the ball on this offensive opportunity.
For St. Lawrence, it's Soroka, Davis, Engelhart, Adamson, and Aiden Mccauley, as the 3 is no good, but Green on the offensive rebound. Down into the short corner for Molson. Cook on the left side with the right hand. And as the first half started, the second half keeps it going. The first bucket in each half. He now has 13. Lakers up by 14. Adamson moving his feet inside, and he'll get called for the traveling violation.
Really a wide open drive there by Cook. Really open passing lane, dishes it off to him. And as you mentioned, he lays it in with the right hand. So Oswego now with their lead up to 14. And St. Lawrence really at this point, they got to get something. They got to get a 2-point. They got to get a stoppage here. Something to, in a way, stop the bleeding.
They need it, right? You are 100% correct, Bubba. Here we go, Sparks in the paint. Kick out to Green. Crittenden driving. Inside to Molson. Good entry pass and great finish. The left hand on the left side just kind of turned around. A 16-point lead. Little 4-0 spurt from the Lakers as Molson goes down and Green takes it away. 4-on-4. Green. Kick to Sparks. Looks for Crittenden. And the Lakers will slow things down. We'll run 3 out and 2 down low. Sparks, ball fake, and Molson goes up, blocked by Engelhart. Couple of rim protectors on this St. Lawrence team in transition. Engelhart, smooth stroke as he points right to Caleb Cook. The two of them chirping a little bit at each other.
Most definitely a little bit of banter between the two, but a much needed basket for Engelhart and this Saints squad.
Neither team ended the first half on a strong note, but both seem to be beginning the second on one. Green, a 3 is good. Devin Green hits from the outside once again. He's now 3 for 5 from the outside. Adamson, the handoff to Engelhart. Now Davis driving baseline, left-handed finish. Correction, Green is 2 for 4 from behind the arc. Sparks. Mismatch on Adamson. Now the kick out to Crittenden. Green will try again. Money for Devin Green. And a timeout from head coach Chris Downs, looking at his guys saying, what are we doing, leaving them wide open behind the arc.
It looks like a very irritated Chris Downs in this Saints bench. Green draining that three, and we talked in the first half how important he is for that long ball shot, averaging almost 50% from that field. He drains another one there, and now the lead's bumped right back up to 17. You saw Engelhardt make a three, and you saw another Saints drive result in 2 extra points there. So any positive mojo that was going on for the Saints really just got wiped out due to really a lack of commitment to team defense and allowing Green to make 2 opportunities, really.
Yeah, lack of commitment is right. I mean, it looks like they're sort of playing him to give him the shot, but you've seen what the Lakers can do from the outside. They're 6 for 16, shooting 38% from behind the arc. You can't give them that much space anymore. You let a team shoot almost 40% from behind the arc on you, well, you're probably not going to win many ball games.
It's definitely going to pad up that lead for really any team that you play against with an exquisite three-point shooter like Green.
Under 17 minutes to go, 17-point lead for the Lakers. Trying to put this one out of reach early. Soroka. Guarded by Molson, loses it, but now kicks it out to Mccauley. Mccauley. Engelhardt, the floater, too soft, gets his own rebound, waits, and a foul on the floor. That'll be on Caleb Cook. That's his first foul. Inbound from behind the hoop to Engelhardt. 15 to shoot. Inside to Adamson. He'll go to work. The fadeaway, no good, and Green comes up with the rebound. That's his 5th rebound. Sparks all alone. It's good. We just talked about them behind the arc. No defensive effort.
And a critical blow that puts their lead up to 20 now. And as you mentioned, we talk about how important it is to cover up that 3-ball shooter, especially with a dominant Oswego offensive grouping with Sparks and Cook.
The Euro, no good. Soroka gives it up. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, Jeremiah Sparks flubs it, and he does it again.
And you can see he really wanted both of those. Going for the easy layup on the first attempt, and the second attempt he hits one off rim.
We talk about a Sports Center not top 10 play, but Adamson gets it to go, and a foul on Brendan Molson will give him 2 and a try for 1 more. Sparks will check out as he gets a pat on the back by Coach Leone. Achille checks in. For the Saints, Andy Downs, Luke Hicks, and Gavin Mccauley into the game for his brother Aiden Mccauley, or excuse me, Engelhardt, Soroka, and Davis. So both Mccauley's on the floor. Inside to Achille, he goes up, no good, and Gavin Mccauley on the rebound. Hicks. Inside to Adamson, and Adamson moving his feet before he put down his dribble. A lot of the energy.
Seems a little bit frustrated with that call. He was bantering with the official on the sideline. I don't think he believed it was a travel in his opinion, but in a way, there's a lot of momentum going, so you can't really focus on how many steps you take.
All the energy coming from the Lakers side of things. 17-point lead, 14 and a half to go. Inside to Achille, a ball fake. And the foul on the ground. That'll be the first foul of the half for St. Lawrence. It'll go on Adamson, that's his 2nd foul. Green will inbound. Cook. Handoff to Crittenden. Good ball fake. Got to get out of the paint. And it's tipped away. Cook comes up with a 10 to shoot. Inside to Mccauley. Ball fake driving in to the rim. No good. And Crittenden on the rebound. And a traveling violation had Devin Green wide open in the corner, but kind of hitched and never let go of the ball.
Hitched and buckled, really, in Oswego. That offensive pressure was just relentless over those last 20 seconds of play.
Here's Aiden Mccauley. Finds Adamson. The other Mccauley, Gavin, into the paint with the left hand. Can't get the lucky roll. Adamson goes up with it. A late foul call and the bucket. Now Trent Adamson and Devin Green exchanging pleasantries. And Adamson will go to the line. Still a 15-point game, 13:49 remaining. Devin Green now with 3 fouls.
And a much-needed bucket there for Adamson, who led the team in points in the first half, 8 points. So this is important.
The free throw was good from Adamson. He's got 14 now, as Simmons and Sparks check in for Molson and Green. Adamson averaging 15 points a game. He's already at the 14 mark, as St. Lawrence goes for the full court trap. Broken easily and over half court. Here's Cook. The crossover off the foot of Andy Downs. And there's some defensive effort from the Saints.
And really just a nice transition there for the St. Lawrence Saints to slow down Oswego. We talk about how nice they are in transition, how fast-paced they are, and slowing them down really doesn't generate much of an opportunity or really a gap between the two.
Mccauley in the corner is wrapped up by Andy Downs. Second team foul, third foul for Andy Downs. So both teams in some foul trouble, have a couple guys with 3 fouls. Inside for Mccauley, tipped away, and Cook recovers it. Cook tries a 3. Off the mark, and Mccauley on the rebound. Pushing the tempo. Now calls for the elbow spot. Gives it up to Downs. Downs, skip pass to the corner. Good ball movement from the Saints. Hicks, a ball fake. Driving baseline, puts it up, and Sparks called for the foul.
Really, Oswego, their foul trouble is definitely something to be concerned about, considering that SLU is slowly but surely chipping away at that lead, now only down by 14 and back at the foul line.
Luke Hicks at the line, the 2018-2019 Liberty League Rookie of the Year, as he misses his first free throw. Funny story about Luke Hicks. He was actually recruited somewhat 30 years ago, before he was even born. Luke Hicks, yeah, can you believe it? Head coach Chris Downs landed his first coaching job working for Luke's father, Scott, at Lemoyne College. That was 30 years ago. And Scott, as a player, was recruited to Lemoyne by John Beeline, former University of Michigan Wolverines head coach, as there's a kickball, as well as the Cleveland Cavaliers. He worked as an assistant at Syracuse, Scott Hicks, and then was the head coach for 2 D1 programs, Albany and Loyola, Maryland. In 2002, Scott Hicks was inducted to the Lemoyne College Hall of Fame. So a bit of history with the Downs family and the Hicks family. Cook, short corner, and gives it up on an errant pass. They are looking for a tip call, and Coach Leone, with his hands on his hips, not happy with his point guard.
Looks like really some sloppy offense as of the last few minutes from Oswego, so rightfully so, Leone looking very frustrated with his offense.
14-point game, 12-10 to go. Lakers up. Engelhart inside to Adamson, a mismatch. Kick out to Downs. His 3 is good.
It's slowly, again, we mentioned how St. Lawrence you can't really notice it throughout the game, but they're just really slowly tailoring down that lead that Oswego's built.
Just chipping away a little bit. Mccauley. Crittenden for Cook. Straight away three, in and out. And Mccauley on the rebound. A chance to bring it back to single digits for the first time this half. Adamson looking for the cutting Engelhardt into the paint. He puts it up and off the glass and in. Now a timeout on the floor as the lead is down to 9. Engelhardt now with 10 points. He was very quiet in the first half. Now he's into double figures and he's making some noise.
And we saw at the end of that first half of play, Engelhardt drained a 3, and then the following drive followed it up with a 2, and you could tell that he was very, very confident in the style he was starting to play, starting to heat up, and now really in this second half, St. Lawrence has came back to life in a way, and Oswego definitely a timeout needed. Caleb Cook missing his last 2 shots from the three-point line, and really both of them have come back to bite him and result in St. Lawrence buckets.
Well, Will Engelhardt played at Niagara University in 2019-2020, a D1 school. He's a transfer here to St. Lawrence. He and Trey Soroka both came from Niagara. But for Will Engelhardt, he scored over 1,000 points throughout his high school career at Bishop Ludden, and he finished at Kimball Union Academy. He was an all-NEP SACAA honorable mention and a team captain in his last season at Kimball Union, where he averaged 17, 3, and 7. Well, for St. Lawrence, if you're chipping away at this lead, you're doing it slowly but surely, you're getting stops on the other end, you really don't need to live and die by that 3 ball. If you feel the hot hand, maybe Downs has it, maybe Engelhardt has it, go ahead and give it to him, but really, shouldn't they kind of go into the paint?
At this pace, they're looking pretty good. 11 minutes to go. I think it really all depends on, can they keep it up, and can Oswego manage their clock skill at this point? 11 minutes to go as mentioned, and they're up by 9. So it's starting to get narrowed down to a tight contest between these 2 teams.
Sparks on the left side as Downs goes down. To the right, and Downs called for the reach-in. Downs will check out for Soroka. And Gavin Mccauley checks out for Miles Davis. Cook comes out of the game for the Lakers. Green. Long 3 is good. Firing on all cylinders from the outside. Engelhardt looks inside for Adamson, and it's tipped away. Good outlet pass now to Crittenden. Into the lane. Tried to spin, but he gets it back. Kick out to Green is taken away, and Crittenden comes up with it once more. Now a timeout from Coach Leone as he calls a 30-second timeout. But some sloppy play on both ends of the floor. Still a 12-point game with 10:15 remaining.
It's definitely, you could hear him screaming timeout all the way up from here, so the frustration was clear from head coach Jason Leone, and he's been at this program for quite a while, and so is Downs at St. Lawrence, really the longest tenured coach in Liberty League history. And with that being said, 2 coaches who know error when they see it and calling the shots where they like it, it's rightfully needed for both of these teams, where if you're St. Lawrence, if you're completely fine with how this game is going. If you're Oswego, this is the exact opposite. You're playing a team who won by 3 against Elmira. You played Elmira in the beginning of the season and beat them by 34 actually, excuse me. So if you're Oswego, not to be very overconfident, but statistics-wise, this should be a team where you should handle solidly.
Here's Crittenden. Now Green. Good defensive pressure. A little bit more urgency from inside. Mccauley, the up and under lay. Unreal from the big man. Mccauley inside to Adamson. The handoff and to Engelhardt. Back inside. 13 to shoot. Engelhardt tries a three. It's blocked by Molson. Here come the Lakers. Sparks gives it up to Mccauley. The bounce pass tipped away. Mccauley gets it back and finishes.
2 straight drives for Jamal Mccauley finding the net. And really, you look at Jason Leone at this point, doesn't seem completely satisfied, but with his main starters and main point gears out there, I can't say I blame him.
Davis flipped it up and it did go in, but the foul will be on the ground back about by the elbow. Crittenden's first foul. He'll check out for Caleb Cook. Soroka takes it out underneath. Inbound to Engelhardt. And Cook with the steal. Mccauley corrals it, and it's tipped away. Here Coach Leone saying pass the ball. Mccauley into the lane, and Sparks called for the foul.
Really almost a costly turnover there, really on both ends of the ball. You see St. Lawrence now at the free throw line, but Oswego get the turnover there and can't capitalize.
That's the 4th foul for Jeremiah Sparks. Mccauley's free throw no good. Downs will check into the game for Miles Davis, who had a left shoe problem. So Sparks, who was the leading scorer in the last matchup between these two teams with 27, will check out with 4 fouls. 8:59 to go. Mccauley's second free throw was good. 15-point game. Lakers lead it here from Mack Zeal Gymnasium on a Monday evening. Cook. Outside to Crittenden. Good ball fake. Molson turns and faces, backing down. Now the handoff to Cook. He'll look for Crittenden, but Mccauley uses his size and intercepts the pass. Adamson sets up at the elbow as he's done all game and finds Soroka. Mccauley on the help defense, now the double team. Mccauley almost tipped away by Cook, but Engelhardt has it, 5 to shoot. Adamson, kick out to Downs. Soroka, gotta put it up, he does. Off the glass, no good. Adamson on the rebound. Puts it up and finds the net.
And I'm not sure if that was really intended by the floater shot of Soroka, but really works the benefit of the doubt in your favor for the Saints.
Not sure Soroka knew, or Downs knew, how much time was left. He passed the ball to Soroka instead of taking the shot. Ball fake from Crittenden. Back out, ball fake. Into the paint, the up and under, no good. Looking for the foul call. And Engelhardt is called for the foul as he pushed Molson. So that's Engelhardt's 3rd foul. Head coach Chris Downs with his hand on his head saying, where was the foul, what happened? As Gavin Mccauley looks to check back in.
Engelhardt really looking at the officials and talking to them in disbelief. Really just a face of stunned on the foul.
Now Downs getting an explanation. Christian Simmons will check in for Brendan Molson, and Gavin Mccauley will check in for Trent Adamson. I assume he'll be back in as soon as possible with a 13-point game. Actually, they called the foul on Crittenden. Didn't give him space to land, I'm assuming, as the first free throw was good. Originally looked like they called it away from the action. But the second free throw was good as well. 15-point game, 7.5 to go in this second half of play. Lakers lead it. Engelhart, kick out. Downs, he'll try a three. No good, and Green on the rebound. That's his 7th rebound, and although say Devin Green gave Mccauley a bit of a push. Soroka will take it out underneath. Back top of the key, straight away Soroka. No good, and just hasn't been able to find a groove yet tonight. Trey Soroka, who normally averages 11 points a game, just a measly 3 points with 7 minutes to go. Andy Downs called for the foul. Is that his 4th? No, it's his 5th foul that he has to come out of the game. Andy Downs fouls out of the game, the first to foul out this afternoon. Chris Downs is once again pleading his case as to why he shouldn't have been called for the foul. Adamson will check back in, and that's a big blow, especially because Downs has some three-point range that you might need down the stretch.
Most definitely, and especially the fact you're down by 15 now. And Oswego playing the clock game, but generating some offensive scoring as well, but not much. But killing that clock is just as important.
The floater is good from Devin Green. He now has 20 points, and he's flirting with a double-double with 7 rebounds. Engelhart, full head of steam. And the foul will be on Caleb Cook. Team's 7th foul, so St. Lawrence is in the bonus, although this is a 2-shot situation. Any foul on the Lakers from here on out will be 1-1. Engelhart's first free throw is good. Miles Davis checks in for Gavin Mccauley. Second free throw is good. 62-47, Lakers lead it. 6.5 to go. Green, a ball fake. Inside to Simmons, mid-range is good.
Nice feed there, and critical shot for Simmons to drain there, putting him up 17. Really an offensive score to really cancel things out at the free throw line from the other possession for St. Lawrence.
Mccauley will try a three, way off on an air ball. Green, and he loses it. Bit too fast for his own kind.
A little bit of stumbling, bumbling there almost. Green almost booking it all the way into the bleachers at that point. At that point, you need the breaks, if anything.
Mccauley. Out on the left wing is Davis. Coming off the ball screen. Now Soroka. Inside to Adamson, 8 to shoot. Engelhart, bounce pass inside. Adamson gets it, puts it up, and gets it to fall. Adamson now has 18. Simmons. Lakers will finally get it over half court with just 2 seconds left to do so. Green guarded by Davis. The entry pass to Simmons and a traveling violation.
And a positive break there for St. Lawrence. They in a way, save a couple seconds on the clock through the travel violation, and they get the ball back. So if they can pop some 2-point here, maybe even 3, cut that lead back down a little bit more, and potentially get some momentum out of this.
Well, you're right. Unforced turnovers are going to be St. Lawrence's best friend. Although there's a forced turnover, and Simmons is fouled by Engelhardt. That's his 4th foul. Sure, the unforced turnovers when the Lakers have the ball are good for St. Lawrence, but the forced turnovers when St. Lawrence has the ball, obviously not so good if you're trying to break down this 15-point lead.
Especially that with the 4th foul for Engelhardt now. He's in some trouble.
Crittenden tries a 3. It's good. He's got 9. Laker lead up to 18. Soroka. Here's Adamson, operating from 15 feet from the hoop. Mccauley, crossover into the lane. Looking for Adamson, closed down. He goes up and count the bucket. Adamson is so good, so calm down low. Able to finish in traffic. That's what I love about him.
Really just the composure that he has with his game. And certain points in the game, I remember in the first half, we didn't really call his name much, but he led the team in points. So in a way, he's one of those guys where he's unnoticed, but he's really producing.
Simmons with his 4th foul will check out as Brendan Molson comes back into the game. Molson the bounce pass to Cook. They get it over half court. You hear Coach Leone saying high and wide. That's where we want, or that's where they want the offense to operate out of. Almost loses it. 8 to shoot. Cook into Molson. Inside, goes up. Adamson tips it out, and Mccauley on the rebound. Soroka pulls up. 19 feet away, no good. Just not enough energy in the legs. Cook. Here's Green. Back to Cook. His 3 is good.
A critical blow there that Cook just dealt the Saints, and back a lead up to 18 with the final 3 minutes at hand. It's I wouldn't say a nail biter, but if you're the Saints, you're really biting your nails at this point.
Cook takes it away. Fast break. Lays it up. No good. Crittenden on the follow. A 20-point lead, matching their largest lead of the game. Lakers may have sealed this one up with 2:45 to go.
Cleaning up the trash was Julian Crittenden there, and as you mentioned, a great follow-up.
Engelhardt with the 3. He's got 15. So once again, that 2-headed monster for St. Lawrence. They're combined for 36 points of their 55. Crittenden tries the 3, no good, and Mccauley on the rebound. The outlet pass and the foul as Engelhardt will go to the line. Julian Crittenden will check out, as well as Caleb Cook for Cam Chance and Marcus Shelton. Adamson and Aiden Mccauley will check out. Andrew Cowan back into the game, as well as Miles Davis. One more change for the Lakers. Luke Van Slyken and Jamal Achille will take a seat. A 1-and-1 from Engelhardt. No good, and Molson on the rebound.
And that is why you had all of those substitutions come to play for your Oswego. You're taking that size over skill mindset in these final 2 minutes of play, able to box out every single rebound chance they get.
Green, a ball fake, all alone, no good. That time he didn't follow his shot, but the ball is picked up on the three-point line by Cam Chance, a diving effort. And some applause from the Laker bench.
Most definitely applause from the Laker bench. You're killing the clock a little bit more. And really
Van Slyke, no good. Here come the Saints. Engelhardt, he'll try a three. It's good. A 14-point game. Minute 20 to go. Engelhardt maybe not keeping it close, but keeping it sort of within reach. Green playing keep away, drawing some time off the clock. 70 seconds to play. Chance inside to Van Slyke. Kick out to Green. Now Shelton, the ball fake. Short corner. It's good. Sean Edwards will check in for Devin Green, and Molson will check out for Chris Toscano. Under a minute to play. 16-point game as the Lakers lead it. Engelhardt to his right. Here's Mccauley. Back to Engelhardt. Mccauley tries a three. No good, and Cowan on the rebound. Into Engelhardt. Has the size advantage and puts it up off the glass to go. He's got 20 points now. Shelton will just dribble out the clock with 17 seconds remaining. The Lakers will pick up their 10th win of the season and will award the Saints their second loss. It'll be the Lakers' 7th straight win as well, as time expires from Max Zeal Gymnasium. The Oswego State Lakers take down the St. Lawrence Saints by a score of 74-60.
And really in that second half, you saw the Oswego team that you really wanted to see in that first half, fast-paced and dominant on all ends of the ball. St. Lawrence getting their second loss of the season at this point. And then as for Oswego, you put your win into the double digits with their 10th win of the season for Jason Leone and this squad. And if you're Oswego, you're going into Buffalo State on January 11th, looking to capture that 11th.
Well, the Lakers obviously have to be turning some heads now. 10-1, have taken down the number 21 team in the country in RPI. Took down this really good St. Lawrence team by 14 points. Have been a force to be reckoned with in the SUNYAC for many years now. Have to be getting some votes, or at least in that top 25 at this point.
Most definitely votes at a minimum. They definitely have been getting votes. And as for that top 25 vote, I think you string together a few important wins in your regular season. You're looking at a team that could be, I'd say by late to early February, a team in the top 25.
Well, the leading scorer in this game was Trent Adamson. 21 points, 8 for 10 from the field, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds in just 31 minutes. He and Engelhardt, that two-headed monster we talked about before, combined for 41 points in this contest. On the other side of things, Devin Green and Caleb Cook. They were the two that really kept the offense going for the Lakers. Green with 20 points and Cook with 16.
Most definitely Green and Cook, the two guys that really set the stage for this Oswego team tonight. Usually we focus on Crittenden and Sparks, but it was the Green and Cook show, making a majority of their three-point balls, especially deep from the field, was really the fact that Oswego could hit from deep, and St. Lawrence really couldn't catch a break when it came to anything, whether it was rebounds or a 3-ball or even a 2-ball for that matter.
Well, the last time the Lakers played Buffalo State, it was here in Max Zeal Gymnasium. They won by 16 points. But watching this game, is there anything that they can clean up to make sure that they're nice and polished when they go out to Buffalo?
For this one, I'm going to have to say foul trouble. You looked at a few guys that were a little bit on the edge of getting fouled out in this game, and really Other than that, your rebounds were solid, your three ball was solid, and inside the paint was relatively important for this team to come in and take care of the Saints quite handily.
Well, the next time the Lakers will play here in Max Zeal Gymnasium, it'll be against SUNY Geneseo on Tuesday, January 18th. You can catch that right here on WTOP 10. Well, that should just about do it as the Lakers take this one over the Saints by a score of 74-60. For my broadcast partner, Thomas Bubba Turgeon, camera operator Zach Case and Pat Machado, graphics operator Merrick Batowski, and director-producer Troy Rankowitz. I'm Michael Gross saying so long, and thank you for tuning in to a production of Oswego State men's basketball right here on WTOP 10. Have a great night.